Welcome back to Table Rant and welcome to anybody who's just come to my channel. It's the Midweek Rant out. I've had a lot of comments back about the TV licence, which is a hot debate. It's going to be about that. I wish a lot of you would watch some of my other content because there are other content out there to help you with. I've had a few subscribers, so I'll give them a shout first. Kevin Walker, nice one, my friend. Adrian Anderson, very much thank you. James Brown, thank you again. And there's also a couple of other subscribers whose names I haven't got, but thank you anyway. Nice one. I've had some nasty comments, some pointless comments, some real jelly novelty comments, but you always get them, as my neighbour says, you always get the odd few who come in just jelly novelty and around, jellying around, should I say. So I'll go with the first one, John Hickin. Crawl back under your rock. It's not very nice, is it, John? Come on. You know, at the end of the day, why would you say that? I'm trying to give out decent advice. If you haven't got a TV licence, don't open a door to them. Never open a door to them. You don't need to respond to them, yeah? Because at the end of the day, when you don't open the door to them, they walk off. But before they walk off, they stick a letter or a note through your door to say, oh, we called today, but you weren't in. So why do you need to open a door to them? There you go. There's some even more bigger exposure. But my thoughts to you, John, go and crawl back under the bridge you come out of. But people call it trolls. I like to call you scrolls because I just scroll on to the next person. To me, you're a scroll, a jelly novelty. But I'll go by the name, the invented name of troll. Steve Dog, you're an odd one, Steve, I tell you. You really are an odd one, Steve Dog. Banging on about my subscribers and you're going up against the big boys and all. I'm not going up against any big boys. Who's the other boy I'm going up against? So you're delusional there. I've only challenged chillijoncarne on his advice. He hasn't got back to me. I think his advice is absurd. Why would you open a door to him if you haven't got a TV licence? It's insane. But for your information, I started on the 14th of August. 14th of August I started here, and since then I've gone up to 24 subscribers now. I've gone up another one. Ooh, whoopie-doo. But at the same time, I've been viewed over 11,000, probably about 11,700 now. So put that into picture, 11,700. I've been viewed that many times, my channel has. Yeah, I haven't got the subscribers, but I've still been viewed 11,000, probably 700 times. Yeah, I've gone to your channel, Steve Cook. You got nothing. You're another jelly novelty who's confused. You know, your channel's blank. There's no disrespect to other people who've got blank content, but who want to write like nice stuff or real debates. And I haven't got a problem with that. I'm just calling this Steve Droog out because at the end of the day, you got nothing, Steve. All you've got is a little profile picture of a woman. Keep dreaming, mate. It's never going to happen. Just formed. And as for you, just formed, another one going backwards and forwards with pointless comments. You seem to think it's okay to open the door to them, wait for them to say who they are, and then say no, thank you. And then you know who they are. You know they've been. No. You know, once again, you don't open the door to them. You don't give them the ammunition. I'm going to be, in a few days' time, I'm going to do a video, and it's going to clearly show you what you do and what you don't do through these other videos, what people have been doing. And it's going to expose your poster boy, the BBC poster boy, even more on his advice, because his advice is rubbish, to be honest with you. Okay, I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but I'll do a video, I'll put other videos in there, and then we'll go from there. Okay, and also someone has contacted me. Someone has contacted me through, they don't want to be announced, but they've said they've given out, they've listened to chillijoncarne's information, and they've still ended up in court, so. But we'll go through that, because it's quite a mad story, to be honest with you, what he's told me, bless him. But he doesn't want to be, you know, he doesn't want anybody knowing who he is. It's fair enough. What happens to him is insane. But yeah, it will happen. It probably will happen if they can't get access. If they can't get access, or they can't get the evidence they need, then they'll probably do that. But like I said, I'll go through that in another video, because it's opening the door to them if you haven't got a TV license. It's insane, I tell you. Let me tell you, it's insane. Now I'm going to go to decent comments. Yeah, people who like to have a nice little debate, who like to put comments in there, that are normal. Um, Why's that? Why is that? Innocent until proven guilty, you have the right to record not only on your property, but in public property. Well, yeah. Why is that? If they come into your property, mate, and they want to turn around and say, "Oh, you're going to court," make sure you've got everything on video for your protection. Also, I think if the police are with them, get the police to record everything because that's what they're there for. They're not just there for them. They're there for breach of the peace, and make sure the police are recording everything as well. Because sometimes old builders stand outside by the front door just waiting and go, no, you come in because you're with them and you're here for breach of the peace, so you can record it as well, what's going on. So make sure you do that as well. But in the first place, don't open the door to them. Just get the letters, what they get, rip them up, chuck them in the bin, and that's it. And play your A game, the same old game, and just ignore them. If you're not watching live TV, if you're not watching the BBC, that's it. Just ignore when the door knocks. If you know when your friends and family are coming over, get them to text you or phone you outside to let them know they're here. Deliveries. Contact the delivery driver in the instruction and say, "Can you phone me when you're outside so I can let you in?" It's that simple. It couldn't be any easier. You open a door to them, you're opening up a whole new world, basically. At the end of the day, why is that? Just close the door. Don't talk to them. I'll give you 50% of it. Don't talk to them, but don't open the door in the first place, Super Tiger. Yeah, Super Tiger. Don't open the door in the first place to them. Okay? Exit, headed, Hydra. You are legally entitled by law to review any evidence against you. That is an infringement of several rights of your rights. Well, yeah, but don't open the door to them in the first place. Never open the door to them in the first place. If you know you haven't got a TV license, yeah, why on earth would you open the door to them? This chillijoncarne, and even this Inspector Reform BBC guy telling us to open the door to him. I've read one of Inspector Reform's comment section in the videos. Someone's literally wrote, it's not me, but someone's wrote in the comment section, says, "Oh, don't open the door to him." All he did was put a like or a heart on his, but everybody else he replied to was a comment saying, "There's something fishy about him as well." Daryl Whittington 1067. That's funny, as he and black belt barrister, plus hundreds of thousands, including myself, have looked into it, and we're not wrong. You forget that the court system is cooperation set up to make money for government corporations. Well, yeah, I know that. That's why I'm telling you not to open the door to them. That's the real advice. Don't open the door to them. Owning a TV doesn't mean you need a license. They have the burden of proof at court. You are breaking the law watching live TV, etc. Otherwise, just because you own a credit card, you're going to commit credit card fraud, or a car, you're going to, I suppose, too speed or too fast, or just say speeding. You're not going to speed. But no, at the end of the day, Darryl, I've never said anything about anything like that. My advice is you don't open the door to them. If you don't open the door to them, you're not going to get a court case, are you? You're not going to get a warrant. It's called a non-response. They're walking around in circles and they're just putting letters through your door, and that's it. As soon as you open the door to them, to that address where it's got the number to that address at that door, that's it. It goes into more of an investigation against you. But I don't know, can people stop putting this black belt barrister in my YouTube? I don't watch him, yeah? I've got no need to watch him, yeah? He's a barrister. I can go and get a solicitor, or I can go and get a barrister whenever I want, No disrespect to the geezer. He's got over 800,000 subscribers. Fair play to the man. His channel's doing well, But at the end of the day, I suppose whatever advice he's given out as a barrister, I'm guessing it's like if you get a warrant or if you're having to go to court, basically how I don't know how you legally get around the system if you go in a court, if you've got a warrant or the letters. I suppose there's no evidence. Well, I don't know what am I saying. There's no evidence. I'm talking random thoughts now. Yeah, that's it. I guess he doesn't. Sorry, what I meant to say is it's chillijoncarne evidence I'm going by, because he doesn't give out real factual evidence what will happen to you. He never tells you, like, oh, if they come in with a warrant and they see that your device is connected to a computer or a game console or enter to your TV through the internet, you will still have to go to court to prove your innocence, because they say you have access to live TV, you have access to the BBC whenever you choose to. So at the end of the day, yeah, it's no good. But like I've said before to somebody else, I'm sure Black Belt Barrister in his videos, if he's done videos on TV license, the best way to ignore him is not to open the door to him. It's called a non-response. Stuart Tynes 6136. The young ones covered this. This is an old TV show, by the way, a very old TV show. Vivian ate the telly called Hanging Out His Mouth and said, nah, it's a toaster. So, yeah, I remember that as a comedy thing, innit? Many years ago. Lancashire Lass apparently has called me clickbait. I don't understand how I'm clickbait. I'm not just doing TV licenses, I'm doing other videos. But if you go to the 14th of August, my very first video I upload, I go through the website, I rip the website fee apart into what it actually is, and then I actually even contact them by the phone call demanding I want a 14% license fee. But if you want to call that clickbait, then yeah, you crack on. But that BBC poster boy doesn't do anything like that, does he? He just bangs on about a letter all the time, or he just keeps going on about the BBC. I mean, mate, we all know the BBC, yeah? We all know it's ripping us off 5 billion a year. We all know it's wasting money, sticking its nose in other people's countries with our money, when really that money should be getting spent in our communities. But anyway, Lancashire Lass, like I said, go to my first video. I'm no clickbait, sweetheart, I'll tell you now. Carl H. Bloody lie. TV fella says that under Telecommunications Act 2003, if you have receiving equipment, you must have a license. Total bloody lie. It isn't. It isn't. This is the problem with people. This is the problem. They go by the assumption that if you've got internet access and it's connected to any device, then it gives you access to live TV. It gives you access to the BBC whenever you want. This is what they do. You still then have to go to court, yeah, and then prove your innocence that you haven't been watching it. That, you know, I know it's not right. It's not a nice feeling, but the best way to get around it in the first place, you never ever open the door to them. They're going to post a leaflet through your door, a letter through your door saying, "Oh, we knocked your door today, but no one was in." Like, that's your problem, not mine. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is what I mean. They need you to open a door to that number address, so they've got a face to that address then. But yeah, it's not fair, Carl, what they do. But unfortunately, that's what they go by. They go by the assumption of access to live TV, access to the BBC, connected to any device through the internet that has access to all those things. It's very, very wrong in what they do. But hey, it's the way it is, I suppose. User got low. I'll just put user UE. I just cancelled my TV license, John. Big thank. I'm not John, mate. So what I will recommend to you, mate, is if you've cancelled your TV license fee, I recommend personally you've done it through direct debit. Do it through your bank. Don't phone them up. Yeah, it's recorded, and don't do a declaration form. It's recorded, and that gives them fast time to come over and start knocking your door. Because they've already, they don't need to send you letters. They know you're at that address, so they'll come over probably a lot quicker and knock your door. They might send a couple of letters over, but it'll be a lot faster knocking your door to try and find out if you need a license or not. So hopefully you've done a direct debit cancel, and then you drop straight back down to a non-response. They don't know what's going on, do they? Chris Bexton. Oh, the subject of TV license warrants. I understand from well-informed acquaintance that only around 20 warrants are issued in England and Wales each year. No. 40 to 50,000 people each year are being made to pay for TV licenses. So maybe people are going by chillijoncarne's advice is, you don't need a TV license if you don't watch live TV, if you don't watch the BBC, if you don't record live TV. Some of them probably go, well, yeah, come on in, I'll film you while they do it. And they say, oh no, mate, you've got access to it. So if you don't pay for a TV license, we'll have to get a warrant out and get you in court. You know what I mean? So they've probably gone, oh no, and panic and paid for it, because that's what it is. Apparently 40 to 50,000 people a year are being done for TV licenses. I don't know if they're going to court over it, or they're just saying, okay, I'll get a TV license. It's probably I'll get a TV license. They panic, don't they, and worry about it. Do you know what I mean? And the others who've got warrants, they've probably denied it, but they've probably kept open the door to them. Chris, you don't need to open the door to them, mate. Yeah, it's called a non-response if you don't open the door. They can't prove if you're there, if you're not there. You could be anywhere, couldn't you? Team K2646. Don't talk to them. Shut the door. Yeah, 50% don't talk to them, but don't open the door in the first place. That's how simple as it is, Tim. Don't open the door to them in the first place. This is an interesting one, guys. Someone called Dragon's All wrote to me. This is very interesting. Just seeing you with a phone and opening then shutting the door is not evidence, especially when they've known you as the legal occupier. I have been to court twice, one both they tried to say because my smart TV had apps I could access. This was 2018 TV, but it's what you intend to use it for, and any smart TV wasn't connected to internet, it was connected to my gaming PC. So basically they're going by that, they're going by the assumption he wasn't connected to the internet, but apps must have popped up on his TV. He was only plugged into his games console or computer, but where apps have still popped up onto his TV. I think you can delete the apps on your TV, but once again, they're going by a horrible assumption, even though nothing's plugged into the wall. That's insane. That's crazy, but I'm guessing the judge would have thrown it out because you had no signal. But I hope you recorded it anyway, Dragon. But he goes on to say, internet, it was connected to my gaming PC. He says he wasn't connected to the internet. He was just connected to his gaming PC. Well, I made a mistake in 2018 of doing no license. There you go. I made a mistake in 2018 doing a no license. There you go. Doing a no license declaration. They visited. They visited. I let them in. They said I was capable, but when I got to court, magistrate threw it out as my only intention was for gaming. Yeah, like I've just said, like I just stated, gaming. TV license, he had to pay him. So they basically, the TV license had to pay him compensation. I just stay silent. All I did in court was follow black belt barristers' advice. So black belt barristers been giving out advice since 2018. Yeah, that's quite a long time to be giving out advice, Dragon. But I'm glad you managed to not get charged or fined or prosecuted for it. And I'm glad that black belt barrister's advice helped you as well, mate, to be honest with you. But personally, I would have got a solicitor or I would have got a barrister because you never know, you might have got more compensation out of it because you won the case. So they probably would have had to pay for your solicitor or your barrister in the end as well because you weren't watching you were accused of watching live TV, you were accused of watching the BBC. So if the evidence isn't there, then you could have sued them. That's what I would have done. I would have got a solicitor and barrister with me. Because if you're not watching it and they do get you in court with it, then you've got every right to get a solicitor, you've got every right to get a barrister, and then you've got every right to contact your broadband provider or anything. Your solicitor and barrister will do all that to make sure everything's what you're saying is true legally. And then that's it, you go to court with them. But like I said in the first place, like he says now, I don't acknowledge him anymore. That's the sensible thing to do. Never open the door to him. It's a non-response. Malcolm Swift did. Does a license cover a person or the property if you are watching live stream on your laptop using a MiFi in a camper van? So a TV license covers your address and it covers you when you travel around by mobile or whatever, yeah. So yeah, because you've got mobile phones and all that, so I'm guessing, yeah, so it'd cover your address and I suppose it'd cover you if you're out and about. But I seriously don't know how they can prove if you're just watching it from a mobile phone. It's insane. You know what I mean? I know you have to register online and all that to watch the BBC iPlayer, but like I said before, if you're just watching the BBC iPlayer for EastEnders, so that goes out for a lot of mothers. Yeah. Just go to Daily Motion. You can watch it there. It's about an hour, 2 hours later, and they do it. They do it there. They put it on there. They upload it on there. It's got adverts in it. It's like a YouTube channel. It's called Daily Motion. So check it out if you want to cancel the TV license. I'm not suggesting you cancel the TV license. I'm not giving you that advice. I'm just saying if you're fed up with it, because I'm looking to get rid of it now. I've had enough of it. It's $5 billion a year is a joke, and they're just paying for lavish lifestyles all the time. You look at our communities. There's graffiti everywhere. It's wrong. The country's getting dirtier and dirtier in places. So I think that 5 billion a year can go back into our communities. You know, paying for people like Tommy Fury's life. He could do it on YouTube if he wanted to. He could set his own social media page up and do it. The other one, Stacey, she could do it on YouTube. Why are you paying our money to watch their lifestyles? I don't watch their lifestyles. I don't need to watch their lifestyles. If they want to tell us about their lifestyles, then they can put it on YouTube or something. They can put it on a social media platform like everybody else does nowadays. What makes you so different? And like anybody else who's doing like lifestyle things, what makes you so different? If you want to spread your word, spread your love so much, and you've got good money or you've had a good life already, then put it on YouTube like the rest of us. Anyway, I need to calm down. So yeah, Malcolm, yeah. So if you've got a license, it will cover your address, and it will also cover if you're going out camping. I know you wrote to me a couple of other times, but I'm only going to go with the one comment. I'm not this back to forward person. Do you know what I mean? That's it. That's all the comments. I'm done with all the comments. Like I said, in a few days' time, you'll get a video, and you'll get little videos in there with chillijoncarne's advice, my advice. And there's also, I found a video of someone else who's exposing him. This person saying that he's doing it deliberately just to get subscribers and likes to build his channel. I think personally, my opinion once again, you don't need to start coming at me trying to run me down for no reason whatsoever on my channel, because I will. I'll call you out on air, because to me you're jelly novelty scrolls. But my opinion, I think personally he works for him. He's just grooming us all to open a door to him. But what do I know? Anyway, I'll see you all in the next YouTube video. Rant on!